Hi everybody, Richard here. I hope you're all staying healthy and that you're all having a great start to your fall. I wanted to show you some new resources we've made available on the Digital Chant Stand. First of all, by request, if you go to Sacraments and Services, you will find generic service texts for the Divine Liturgy of St. John Chrysostom as well as St. Basil. Parishes were telling us, hey, if we had simply a skeleton of the fixed parts that we could then use together with your Divine Liturgy variables, that would be really useful. So we put that together. Give those a look and let us know what you think. Something else we've made available as a first-time offering on the Digital Chant Stand is the Divine Liturgy of St. James. Sort of. Let's go back a bit. I've been involved in various celebrations of the Divine Liturgy of St. James going back a number of years. It's a fascinating service with a lot of varying versions floating around out there. The cherubic hymn is Let All Mortal Flesh Keep Silent, which we sing on Holy Saturday, and which has also entered the popular consciousness as the basis of A Christmas Carol, thanks to Gustav Holst. And there are also some similar particularities with the Presanctified Liturgy. The rubrics usually presented, let's say, make some specific assumptions about church architecture and furnishings that are at some variance with modern buildings, like, for example, a central ambo, and so on. And all of these various questions are enough for the Society of Oriental Liturgy, an academic group that deals specifically with scholarly study of liturgy, to organize an entire conference around the questions of the Liturgy of St. James, which hopefully will happen next year. And I've also been told that there's a new critical edition of the text that was recently published in Greece. Okay, all of that's very interesting, but what does that mean for ages? Well, we were contacted about a month ago by a bishop in Australia asking if we could prepare a compiled service for St. James. We haven't been asked for this before, so we looked into it. And there is an electronic Greek text provided by the Greek Orthodox Archdiocese of America on glt.goarch.org. And then there's also the translation of an older critical edition by Father Ephraim Lash of blessed memory that he published on his website. And both of these texts seem to be based largely on the same service order, more or less. So far, so good. So we compiled these texts following GLT's service order, using Father Ephraim's English text for the elements specific to St. James, GOA's official translation for the parts common to all liturgies, our usual sources for the Psalter, Apostle, and Gospel, and then Father Seraphim translated whatever was left over. It is an eclectic text, to be sure, but it represents a way of understanding the tradition and practice of this liturgy. It is usable, and it's available right now on the Digital Chant Stand. Go to October 23rd, and you'll see it right there. Now, in terms of implementing some of the peculiarities, talk to your priest and or your bishop. Now, the kicker is the Australian request assumed a completely different edition of the text, and that required a lot more custom work. So that part of the story veers off a bit. All the same, hopefully we'll be able to make that version available eventually in some form, so you can see for yourself what the differences are and why they're interesting. and why they're interesting when thinking about our own our living liturgical tradition, let's say. Anyway, take a look, and as always, if you've got questions, comments, or feedback, we'd love to hear it. You can reach out to me via email, via Facebook, whatever works for you. And as always, if this work is a benefit to you and your parish's liturgical ministry, please consider supporting Ages with a gift. Thanks very much, and we will talk again soon. Bye.